16 nations represented. And the first match about to get underway on a beautiful looking turf on a beautiful afternoon in Kuala Lumpur. The national flags coming out first, and this is a long time in the making for Malaysia. They've revamped their youth development system. And under coach Lim Cheong Kim, this is the first time that we've seen them at this kind of rarefied level. Under 16 AFC competitions. A lot expected of this group of young lads who are at the Makta Dahari school in Gembang out in Pahang. But it's the start of the next generation. There's a lot of time and effort being put into youth development. And for Malaysia, this is the first little indication of where we stand with them. Tajikistan, they too have got a youth development school. Most of their players coming from the same club, who are in the National League, but have got a strong youth development system. We'll talk more about both of those youth development systems. Of course, the World Cup in 2026 is the real target for these young lads. They're age 15 and 16. By the time 2026 comes along, they'll be in the prime of their careers, 23, 24, and along with the more experienced players from the successful under 23 and then the 19 sides, they will be expected to mount a realistic challenge for Malaysia to at least make it to the Asian Cup stage and possibly even an expanded World Cup. That's the theory. This is the first test. Referee Ahmed Yaqub from Jordan leads the teams out with the assistant referees. Youth football it is, under 16 football it is, but it gives an indication of the level of talent that is possibly coming through the ranks both in Tajikistan and in Malaysia. This is the AFC under 16 Group A opener. It is the host Malaysia taking on Tajikistan. Got the team news in. There's some key players to look out for Malaysia. Lukman Hakim and Najmuddin Akmal, two strikers highly thought of in the region. We'll give you the news on whether they're involved in the rest of the Malaysia and Tajik sides after the respective national anthems. expectation levels are high within the nation of Malaysia, and of course amongst the powers that be. Investment has been made in stadia, investment has been made in facilities. These lads are the cream of the crop. They've won junior tournaments, but they weren't on this big stage. This is the AFC stage. It's a group that also involves Thailand and Japan. So this is a mighty difficult group. There are 4 groups in all. As usual, the top 2 teams from each group will progress to the quarter-finals. All the matches are taking place at 3 stadia within Malaysia. For Malaysia, players to look out for: number 7, Najmuddin Akmal, and 10, Lukman Hakim. Captain will be Haris Mansour. The number 5, the centre-back, will be partnered by Firdaus Ramli. In the heart of midfield, Firdaus Karanisam, number 8, and Shuko Faris have a strong job to do. Umar Hakim and Alif Mutalib, 11 and 16 respectively, provide the width. Coach Lim Cheong Kim, he's a confident man. He believes in his philosophy. He believes in these young players, and he's won't be scared to use all of them. As usual, it's 3 substitutions are allowed in the group stages, and you'll want to be able to utilise your full squad if you're going to go a long way in this competition. Getting out of the group, though, is focus number 1. The officials from the Middle East, Ahmad Yaqub is the man in the middle, about to do the coin toss. Ahmad Faisal and Sabat Obaid Suro are the assistant referees. The 4th official from the UAE is Omar Mohammed. Big opportunity for these guys as well. Ahmad Yaqub is relatively experienced on AFC circles. Yep. Let's get the order right. First mistake from Haris Mansour. Let's hope it's, from a Malaysia point of view, it's the last. For Tajikistan, again, strikers are the main guys we'll be looking at. Rustam Soirov, the number 9, is highly rated. Islam Zairov will be his partner. Defensively, Razul Litfuleyev and Jonibek Sharipov are the central defenders, with Mukridin, highly rated goalkeeper. Big, tall, strong fella, Mukridin Kasanov. They've got 1 player not eligible, injured, or suspended from the qualifications, but otherwise a full squad. We anticipate they'll play a 4-4-2, similar to Malaysia. Of course, fluidity will be important, but in the early stages, just getting the routines right, making sure no defensive errors are made, creating opportunities for yourself. There is Lim Cheong Kim, who's come back to a fair amount of criticism and a lot of expectation. Throughout his trade in Europe, one of the few Malaysian players to successfully work and establish themselves abroad. The Tajik coast is Zainuddin Rakimov, and it's Tajikistan who get us underway. AFC under-16 competition is underway. It's a big pitch, is this, and for the under-16s, if they can utilise the full width of the pitch, that will really help them. Long ball forward by Nazarov. First clearance coming in. Nicely done by Firdaus. Obviously, these boys are developing physically and skills-wise. Tackle from Zakri. He's a natural left-footer. They've got a couple of natural left-footers in there. Zikri. Tall, elegant left-back. That's played forward by Ozodbek. As we have a look at the coach, and this is Rakimov. I was talking his side's chances up, but they will realistically come into this tournament as very much the rank outsiders in this group. Early enthusiasm, tackles flying in from Malaysia. Alif doing well. Long ball over the top, looking for Lukman. Goalkeeper confidently out of his penalty area. Again, well in quickly by Zikri Khalili. He started well. He's conceded a free kick there, Zikri. Ramatov. First time we've seen Tajikistan coming forward. to his Sharipov. Not the best ball from Sharipov. And needed a hurried moment there from Kolov. He's found the right back, Litfulayev. Zikri. Well, there's a bit of pace there as Ferdaus just gets a first touch into his goalkeeper, Shikizan. Ferdaus Ramli. Now to carry the ball a long way, Ferdaus, and little dink over the top. That's good strength from Lukman. Lifts it over the bar, does Lukman Hakim. He will lead the line. You can see there he's got a fair amount of pace. Just a long ball over the top for Lukman. And he's got too much pace for Sharam Nazarov. And that may well be a useful way for Malaysia to look ahead. Defenders at any level are terrified by pace. Zikri's header. Yeah, there's a man down. There was a collision of heads there. Wasn't anything deliberate in it. The challenge from Shukur Faris. On the back of, I think it's Nidior who's hurt himself. The four groups: Malaysia, Japan, Thailand, Tajikistan in Group A. North Korea, who've got an outstanding record at under-16 level, alongside Oman, Yemen and Jordan in B. Iran, Vietnam, India and Indonesia in Group C. And here on Fox Sports we'll be focusing on the Southeast Asian Challenge. Australia joined by South Korea, Iraq and Afghanistan. Wonderful achievement by Afghanistan to make it to these latter stages. They're in Group D, top two making it through to the knockout phases. Shukir onto Harris. Playing long early on, the Malaysian lads. We're all placed at the Mokhtar Dahari Academy. National Football Development Programme has established itself over the last 4 years. There's a strong challenge there from Nazarov. Plenty of early enthusiasm from both teams, picked up by Kamalov. Again, Hasanov, confident. Looks for distribution. Zikri is there once again. Looking forward to seeing Zikri play. I've heard a lot about him. Long-legged left back. Likes to get forward. Anis Mansour, the captain. Just clipped from behind by Kamalov, Madani Kamalov. Holding midfielder is Ramatov. And out wide is the right back, that's Rasul Litfulayev. Nazarov. Time and space. These lads looking so confident on the ball. It really is great to see. Look at that, sweeping 50-metre pass. Good vision. Shukur caught in possession. It's a nice run by Rustam Soyrov. Rustam looked in the middle. He only had one player to aim for, Islam. So clearly Tajikistan, even in these early stages, not keen to get too many bodies forward. It is a big pitch. And in the 16 levels, you forget that the top players can make a pitch seem tiny, but it's a big old space, this, for 16-year-old lads. Nicely played by Kamalov. Zairov Islamzarov. Edge of the penalty area, there's a chance to get the shot in. Zabirov who got it. Filipa Kramatov is the central midfielder. Couldn't get his knee over the ball. Later on today, Japan take on Thailand. Same venue, which is going to take a bit of a hammering all around the Kuala Lumpur area, Talingjaya area. Coming left is Kamalov. Confident enough to go back to seek, but he's miskicked a little bit, just puts it out of play. He's confident enough to take a touch. Samsorov has shown up well. He's been able to get a corner out of that, but he looks like he's going to hold the ball up well, and Islamzarov, his partner up top. Ball again, pace. Alif Mutalib. Alif tries to dink inside, dispossessed by Sharon Nazarov. This is Sharipov. Trying to play their way out of danger. Which is, of course, the modern way. Strong challenge. Nidoyo drives forward, just enough from Harris, changed his feet. Zikri into Firdaus Karanisam. To Firdaus, number 3, Firdaus Ramli is the centre-back. Firdaus Karanisam in the heart of midfield. Rami. And Alif operating down the right-hand side. Little pairing so important all over the pitch. We've mentioned the front two for Tajikistan. This is Firdaus Ramli. Time to turn for Umar Hakim. Umar down the line into Najmuddin. Najmuddin, 2 in the penalty area. Still Najmuddin wins the first corner of the competition for Malaysia. This is where Mukridin Hasanov will want to take control. He's head and shoulders tallest of this group, so Malaysia take it short. Firdaus, headed in, Najmuddin, offside. Flag went up instantaneously, nonetheless it was a good finish from Najmuddin Akmal. Short corner routine worked, and Firdaus whipping it into the near post where Najmuddin was making his way forward. Oh, it's tight, but just about right. It is a very good finish, but correctly ruled off. Obviously, at under 16 level, no VAR. Possession will go to Tajikistan. That's a nasty one for Kolov. Strong-looking boy at 16. So Najmuddin, early goal ruled out for Malaysia. Long from Sharipov, looking for Kamalov. Support coming in from Sharipov, done there by Haris Mansour. Not well cleared though, a bit of a miscommunication in the Malaysian defence. Sharipov though is closed down by Alif. Shukor looking for Lukman. Only seen Lukman's pace once, but there goes Lukman again. Look at him, he is quick, Lukman. A little tug back on the arm, but Tajikistan will be very wary of the pace of Lukman Hakim. Slightest error and he was onto it in a trice. Sharipov, the left back. Outside he's got Kamalov. Here is Kamalov. Ahead of him Soyrov and Zairov. Into Zairov. Important challenge from Harris. Growing into the game though, Tajikistan, despite a couple of scares. They've bossed the ball for the last 5 minutes or so. Amadoni Karimov. Keeper will want to take that one and does. Nice clear call from Sikizam to make him feel a little bit better after his first contribution was to squirt a clearance out of play. Ball down the line looking for the overlapping fullback, Raimi. Gets the cross in. First game win would so calm the nerves for Lim Chong Kim. There's expectations, but additional expectations with them hosting this tournament. Long ball, looks for Lukman. Lukman, lovely ball. Just couldn't get his feet worked out, Lukman Hakim, but again, he is the danger man. Get the cross in, good defending. Got to be said by Ozodbek. Did really well. Wasn't going to be hustled off the ball by the pacey Umar Hakim. Zikri left a little bit of a foot in. The throw-in will go to Malaysia. I do like the way Tajikistan have grown into this game. This is Amadoni Kamalov once again. Rustam. Solid defending coming over from the skipper Harris.
Lebih bertenang di depan. Kita sudah beritahu apabila mereka ini satu line, 1-2 main 1-2. Jangan mundur kepada Tobek.
Coaching from both sets of benches. Should expect at under 16 level, getting the lads organised first and foremost, keeping the discipline, making sure there's a compactness between the defence and the midfield, and support for the strikers going forward. That's well played. Rustam Soyrov, 2 in the penalty area again. Resist the urge just to hoist it into the penalty area. Foul by Amadoni Kamalov after really good work from Alif. Chance to break forward, Ferdous. Najmuddin ahead of him. Chose the wrong option. Lukman to stop Najmuddin. Najmuddin, chance! Excellent save. And put over the top. Najmuddin wriggling away from his centre-back after excellent play from from Thirdhouse. And it was Lukman who couldn't convert when it came off the goalkeeper. There's Najmuddin does well. Mukridin, good block, and Lukman denied by a goal-saving tackle. That really is so important from Kolov. So Malaysia have had the better chances, but unable as yet to get the first goal as Umar Hakim makes the clearance. Iraq, the defending champions at this age level. Of course, none of those boys still eligible. They beat Iran in a penalty shootout in India in 2016. Malaysia's best effort, they made the quarter-finals in 2014. We're still waiting for a lot of those lads to make the breakthrough at the top levels. So that's hoisted him. Sik deciding to punch when a catch might have been better, because it's broken. Rustam Soyrov, Rustam! Just wide. Fine effort from Soyrov. Malaysia take it short. He made the room. Suckered Zikri into half a challenge. He's one of the players who comes from the Lokomotiv Pamir side, who provide the vast majority of the players for Tajikistan. Kick for Tajikistan. Zodbek, who's up forward. Ramatov, ambitious. Rather wasteful as well, because they had players forward. Sharifbek Ramatov. To Lukman. As long as Lukman keeps getting into those goal-scoring positions, he's doing some defensive work, but a free kick already to Tajikistan. He's had two good openings so far, Lukman. Hasn't hit the target on either. Minutes played. Here is Rustam Soyrov. He's been the main danger for Tajikistan, who are just leaving him up front with Zairov trying to get in support. Zikri down the line. Najmuddin. Cleverly done from Najmuddin. Not inside a second, but Sharon is there to make the clearance. Massive stadium, Bakir Jalil. So the 2,000 or 3,000 in attendance a little bit dwarf, but the noise stays in the stadium, so the boys will be hearing all the applause as and when it comes. That's half cleared. Sharipov completes the clearance, the left back. Picking up the second ball, Thirdhouse Ramley. Can really expect the fatigue to kick in the latter stages of these games. The adrenaline, obviously, of playing in a big tournament, plus the lushness of the turf. It's a big, big turf. Zikri, that's too much of Umar. That's rather wasteful. The cross when it came in from Ozodbek. He had time and space. He's providing the width down the right, Kamalov down the left-hand side, and I think the coach will be fairly happy with the way Tajikistan have coped in this first half of the first half. But only Kamalov into his holding midfielder, Leo Zabirov. Again, this is Islam. To Rustam. Looks for the shot. Coolly played by Ferdows Ramli. So fascinating to chart the progress of these kids. 4 years ago, they were 12-year-olds just making their way, just finding out that they were going to be picked for the National Football Development Programme. This is them 4 years later, showing their stuff on the national stadium. Providing that opportunity. Such a big sport throughout the Asian nations that any team that does well at any age level will pick up an awful lot of publicity in Tajikistan and Malaysia. The hope of that holy grail of a World Cup place is Shuko Faris. Strong in the challenge. To resist, but couldn't cope with two. Played by Raimi. To Alif. Rather too enthusiastic on that challenge, quickly taken by Malaysia. Referee happy to let the rolling ball go as it's Ferdows. Ferdows was looking for the overlap of Umar. Let's win it back. Ferdows Ramli. There's Karanisam inside of him. It's a little bit pedestrian. 3, 4, 5 touches of the ball and Malaysia forced back, but it's a sliding challenge and the first yellow card of the tournament. It goes against Razul Litfullayev, the right back, trying to slide in on Zikri Khalili, just over-enthusiastic. Catches him on the standing foot. Ooh, ouch, ouch. Brilliant camera work, catching exactly what it does. Many people will say, oh, there's not much contact there. Well, you saw the ankle really give way there on Zikri Khalili. Rubber bones on a lot of these kids still. That could really be painful. Brookman wins the corner, second corner of the afternoon for Malaysia. Had the better of the chances, slightly more of the ball. This is an evenly matched opener. Both teams trying to play on the front foot. Rustam's the man who's caused the most problems. Hamadoni down the left-hand side. Rustam fired one shot just wide of Sikizan's right-hand post. As for Malaysia, well, we knew about Lukman's pace, Najmuddin's trickery. But from midfield, not a vast amount of support. Maybe we need to get Ferdows a little bit further forward. Islam Zairov, the man receiving the treatment. Deciding there wasn't anything in the challenge, just one yellow card so far. That's gone to right back Razul Litfullayev. Toe poked forward by Shadikov. Strong header from Sharam Nazarov. Sharipov, Kamalov, lovely left foot, Ramatov, just introducing Razel into the play. Razel reluctant to go past his right side of midfield, Ozodbek, which means it's relatively easy for Malaysia to defend that. And then a mistake. Zabirov's pass was a little bit too much for Litfulev. Is Ferdaus Ramli. Well, that's cleverly done. It's a corner kick for Malaysia. Yeah, Razel looks to the skies. He was just trying to shepherd that out of play, but nicely played by Zikri. Making life difficult and getting a bonus corner for Malaysia. It was from one of these corners, they went short. They had the ball in the back of the net, disallowed though for the tightest of offsides. And again, Lukman goes short. This is Umar driving into the penalty area. Umar will win another corner. Well, they've clearly worked on this. They don't have the height. They're not the tallest of sides, so they need to be a little bit more creative. This in will be Harris Mansour, successfully does so. And then Harris just dinked it into the near post, but nobody was there, and McCridden can clear, and quickly so. Now that's really good defending from Rami. Made sure he got his body between man and the ball, so even though he's probably going to be outpaced there by Rustam, he's able to shepherd it back, and here is Rami now. So clearly coaching is paying off for the boys. The basics are being done right. Retaining possession. Lukman. "29 minutes played, and Lukman, who's been a pest for Tajikistan, starts this, drives, and then look at his run to the edge of the 6-yard box, improvises a beautiful finish. Najmuddin and Lukman really combining beautifully, but the key to that was Lukman not only playing the pass, but also driving into the 6-yard box, and the hosts have the lead. For Tajikistan, frustrating for them. It needed something a little bit special to open them up, though, and that's exactly what Lukman Hakim has provided. Razel hoists it forward. Again, well played by Rami Shamsul. He's not the tallest, but good positioning, and knew he could make the leap to win the header. The 16-level football is far removed from what it was 20, 30 years ago. He's clearly highly coached, doing the basics right, for the most part. Now there will be some basic errors throughout this under-16 tournament. You would expect that. Shepherding the ball away, though, there was Shuko Faris, long from Zikri. Again, looking for the pace of Lukman. And Lukman is through. Lukman brought down for a penalty. Blistering pace once again from Lukman Hakim. Yellow card for Mukridin. Golden opportunity for Malaysia to make it 2 in 2 minutes. Came out to narrow the angle as Lukman went round him, went for the ball but brought him down. But it's a long ball over the top. Lukman, pace causing so many problems for the two centre-backs. This time it's for Sharon Nazarov. Has gilt-edged the spot kick, as you will see. And he's scored the first, he's won the penalty for the second. Now offering advice as well. What pace though, terrific, exhilarating. Mukridin didn't have many options, and it's Najmuddin Akmal who got the assist for the first goal. He's looking to score the second. Najmuddin versus Mukridin. Najmuddin sends the keeper the wrong way. Malaysia 2 goals in 3 minutes. The perfect start. It is, though, only the start for Malaysia. Thailand and Japan await, and it's under 16 level. They'll be competitive, but that's a composed, fabulous indeed penalty. Even if the goalkeeper goes the right way, he's not saving that. Power, pace, accuracy. 2-0. Looking for a third. 2-0 is a difficult lead to defend sometimes, because the next goal becomes so critical. But you'd much rather be 2-0 up than 2-0 behind after 34 minutes. Paris. Lukman. A high line for Tajikistan. That is dicing with danger when you're up against somebody with the pace of Lukman Hakim. And I'm sure the other nations will have noticed his blistering pace. Little shove from Umar, who's shifted over to this right-hand side. Umar starts on the left. He and Alif have changed flanks. Jonibek Sharipov. Jonibek once again. Kept it alive, but could only find Raimi. Sharipov. Nicely played. Kamalov. And starved of the ball in the last 10 minutes or so. He's got the ball here. There was no foul committed, and the Malaysia central defender, Harris, I think it was, did well not to put a foot in there. So easy to do that at any level, particularly if you're under 16. So again, another sign that there's some good coaching going in. Sometimes not making the challenge is the better thing for a defender. Zabirov, now to Sharipov. Kamalov. This game isn't won by any stretch of the imagination for Malaysia. It's a position you want to be in. And Alif has done really well to stop the ball getting through to Razzle. the danger man, Rustam. Picked up by Umar. A bit lax with the passing out of defence sometimes, Malaysia. Don't want to get too many turnovers of the ball. Protect the ball. I'm sure what Lim Cheong Kim is telling his chargers. AFC Under-16 Championships being held in Malaysia. 3 stadia around Petaling Jaya area, as well as Bukit Jalil, this venue. Malaysia leading Tajikistan by 2-0. The rare touch for Sikizan, the Malaysia goalkeeper, pulls it out quickly to Shuko. To Umar Hakim. This is Shuko. Left-sided defender, Firdaus Ramli. Now then, Zikri can run. Alif. Zikri. And there's composed play, just holding on to the ball. There wasn't anything really on, so going back before going forward and then releasing Najmuddin, who was just offside. Really are moments when you're looking at this side and you're thinking they're quite a mature bunch of players. But you remember they're 16 and under for this competition. And the 17 Worlds will be the target for all of the nations in this particular tournament. Hoisted forward and goalkeeper. That is really good goalkeeping from Sikizan. We heard him high up in the main stand, the call, and the catch was made 14, 15 yards away from his goal. Given away, though, once again. Harris. It's 3 or 4 times now Malaysia have conceded possession cheaply. That's a nice turn, though, from Lukman, who runs. Lukman, if he looks left, he'll pick out Alif. Alif to Lukman. Onside, Lukman! Just wide. He's tearing Tajikistan apart. He's making a statement for the home nation. Onside, kept onside by Sharam Nazarov, who is the weak link of the Tajikistan backline. He's the one who's been roasted for pace a couple of times by Lukman. And there he wasn't in sync with the rest of his defenders. So it's a 2-0 that could be 4, but it's also a 2-0 that isn't safe. Amadoni Kamalov. Five minutes to half-time. He's playing the full 45 minutes. It will mean around about the 70 to 75-minute mark. You'll expect a lot of cramp, a lot of tired limbs out there, and as the tournament goes on as well, the latter stages could well see a lot of goals, a lot of mistakes, and fitness will come through. Out wide is Razal Litfulayev. Looks for Sharif Bek Ramatov. That's just excellent goalkeeping. It doesn't look that spectacular, but the ball's floated in. Sikizan's made an early call. His defenders know that he's coming to gather the ball, and whereas he elected once earlier on to punch the ball clear and the ball came back, the last 2 occasions he's made the clean catch. And it just gives your defenders so much confidence in front of you. And Haris Mansour can push forward to Firdaus Karanisa. Zikri looks for Lukman. It's off the heel of Lukman. Zikri with the challenge. Nothing but plus points for Malaysia. For Tajikistan, they've relied a lot on Rustam Soirov and Islam Zairov up front. So Kamalov down the left-hand side. That's nicely played. We've got a 4-man break here for the home nation. Najmuddin. Good movement from Najmuddin. The space for Alif over on the far side. Lukman is through. Lukman, 3-0. Wonderful finish. Enjoying the moment. Najmuddin started it off, and again Lukman getting the wrong side of the defenders. That time it was Kolov who didn't do the tracking, and an erring finish beyond Hasanov as he advanced. 2 goals for Lukman, plus he was brought down for the penalty. Just remember, it's early stages. Thailand and Japan are still to come. Tajikistan were meant to be put away. Lukman Hakim has put them away in the first half. Malaysia 3, Tajikistan 0. Defending from Firdaus. So for Malaysia, just in case the goal difference does come into the equation, which is unlikely, but just in case, keep the foot on the gas. Umar. And quicking into the tackle, the 2 central midfielders, Firdaus and Syukur, really are the ones who are winning the possession back. Nice spin and turn from Rustam. Then he loses out. Lukman, the star of the show. And again, look at that. Great pace. Tried to lift it over the fullback Litfulayev. Amatov. Amatov again. Final 30 seconds. There's been a couple of stoppages for injuries, so we might expect 1, possibly 2 minutes of time added on. Malaysia with plenty of players back behind the ball. There was a run in there from Kamalov that wasn't tracked. Here is Kamalov. 4 in the penalty area. Goal before half-time for Tajikistan and changed the complexion. Rustam, though, denied by Harris. 60 seconds will be added on. Malaysia still in possession and firm control. Again, good, positive goalkeeping from Shikizan. It's not the fact he's just coming for the balls. We're hearing a clear call from him as well. Early. So defenders are getting out the way. Forwards know that there's a big lump coming to collect the ball. Lump in the nicest possible way. Firdaus Karanisan. Good angle offered by Sikh. Half-time whistle goes. It's a 9-on-10 performance for Malaysia in the first 45 minutes. Lukman Hakim with 2 goals, the superstar of the show. He was also brought down for the penalty that was converted by Najmuddin Akmal. That made it 2-0 on 32 minutes. Then Lukman was played in to score the 3rd on 42 minutes. They are the hosts. There's pressure on this NFDP team for Malaysia, but they are leading at half-time by 3-0.
Welcome along to the right. Experience the greatest spectacle in racing. Formula 1 season. Crazy race.
VTV Russian Grand Prix, September 30th, 6 p.m. live on Fox Sports. That magical moment.
What a goal! A stroke of genius.
A state of euphoria.
What a strike! Lewandowski doesn't make any mistakes.
Celebrating all the wonderful Mavericks in their splendid finishes.
Sensational goal! Nobody was going to stop him. Brilliant finish from Arjen Robben.
Catch it all in. Goals on Fox Sports.
An Argentine, a Spaniard, a Portuguese, and a German. 4 different nationalities, all focused on one goal: supremacy in England. I'll give my take on who I think will be bossing the competition, and believe me, there'll be lots to discuss. Because when it comes to English football, the conversation never rests, and neither do I.
After being the first Southeast Asian side to reach the semi-finals of the AFC Under-23 tournament, Vietnam had the monumental task of taking on Qatar. Qatar had reached their semi-finals with a 100% record, having topped their group and defeating Palestine 3-2 in their quarter-final tie. And this match lived up to all the hype as Qatar was pushed all the way.
Well, we promised you fantastic support from this Vietnam crowd, and they will really give it their all, as will their team, who have adopted throughout this tournament a very defensive approach, in many ways a counter-attacking approach, but you can't blame them. As we look at the Qatar side, who named the same 11 that edged out Palestine in that rather nervy quarter-final match, the man to watch out for, of course, Al-Moez Ali, who has been scoring for fun this tournament, is the top scorer. Okay. So Vietnam also make no changes to their side that edged out Iraq. They tend to play 5 at the back. The 2 wing-backs don't necessarily go forward too much. Oh, it's not in the penalty spot. Al-Moez Ali is brought down by Beaten Dug. Vehement protests. It was a lovely ball in. Well, there's your first talking point of this match. This could be his second goal of the tournament, and what a vital one it will be for Qatar to take the lead just towards the end of this first half. Tiendong doesn't get there. Akram Afif opens a scoring for Qatar, who will feel that they've been knocking on the door, but really it's their first chance of the game. First opportunity, really. Poor ball in, and Dick Chin couldn't get there. Oh, it's been counted as a back pass. Well. Qatar are disputing that as a back pass, an intentional back pass. Yeah, he's got to be careful here if he does want to get carded again. And they go for that top corner. They smash it along the ground. Quang Hai off the crossbar. Well, it was the right place to hit, but he couldn't just keep it a little lower. And that's the closest Vietnam have come to scoring in this match. Opportunity of this game, but it will just give them a bit of confidence here. Has that fallen kindly for them? He makes no mistake. Quang Hai just a minute later equalises for his country, and Vietnam are right back in it. Cue pandemonium in the stadium. Shake of the head from Al-Bakari. He is annoyed with his defenders, and he's poached that goal. Nguyen Quang Hai. Given away again. Ha Duc Chin. He's got to slip it through. Can Quang Hai finish? Oh, that is absolutely brilliant defending from Moen. Well, I don't think they can ask for a foul there. He had every right to go for that, but what a bit of defending there. That, I think, is a little harsh on Ha Duc Chin. He had every right to try and go for that. They could be quite tired. So they hold on here. Afif keeps it down, Afif, and it's straight at Buiten Dug. So that's the first shot on target that Qatar have had in the second half. And it's a pretty straightforward one for the keeper. Good swinging in corner. It's defended fairly well. Afif! Off the line! Have they cleared it or has it crossed? They've given it! It's a mad scramble. Buiten Dug runs over to the official. Almo Azali's claiming it. Well, well. It's heartbreak for the Vietnamese. It looked really untidy. And the question, of course, from the Vietnamese point of view is whether that crossed the line. They were stretched here, Vietnam. Almo Azali. Yeah, there's no doubt that went in. And Afif played his part as well, didn't he? He couldn't control it. It wasn't even a handball in the process there as well. Gonna have a lot of players around that area. Quang Hai. It's Quang Hai. Quang Hai! Brilliant strike from Quang Hai. This Vietnam side refused to buckle. Stunning stuff from Nguyen Quang Hai. And they won't go quietly. And that means we are down to penalty shootouts. And it could be anyone's here, but Vietnam, having just come out of a penalty shootout successfully a few days ago against Iraq, will feel they perhaps might have a slight advantage here. It's Qatar and Afif who already scored earlier. One step again. Buiten Dug guessed correctly. Oh, he's also missed it now. How many times have you seen that during a game where the hero of the match in regulation time fails to score? Can Tien Dung help him out here? Yes, he can. Once again, Vietnam. No mistake there from the skipper. Oh, keeper sort of hesitated there, but Shah puts it away. Excellent from him. Cool as ice. 2-2 after 3 penalties each. Can keep guessing the right way, but it's at that difficult height. Almo Azali. Oh, he squeezes that in. One more little burst from him here. Now we're down to the 5th penalty. Emotion from Park Hong-seo. Oh, what a save! Wei Tian-dong! Brilliant from him! Celebrations from the crowd, but there's still a little bit of work to do. He's done it! Vietnam are into the final of the AFC Under-23 Championship. Absolutely amazing. Heartbreak for...
So after the Golden Star became the first Southeast Asian team to achieve a group stage victory by defeating Australia, the first team from the region to reach the quarterfinals together with Malaysia, they followed that up by becoming the first Southeast Asian team to reach the semi-finals. They created history yet again by now becoming the first team from the region to book a spot in the finals, where Uzbekistan awaited them.
Things might be more difficult for you now. Glassman's not around.
I don't know how I feel.
He's facing death, Sean.
This surgery can change the way our entire hospital is perceived.
I am the best oncologist around, and you would like to get the best treatment.
You're afraid of dying? I'm not afraid of dying.
The Good Doctor premieres Tuesday at 10 p.m. Same day as the U.S. on Fox Life.
They may be young, but their passion burns strong.
A lot of confidence in Sungran.
He's a little bit desperate. And the final whistle goes.
The AFC Under-16 Championships 2018, live tonight on Fox Sports 2. Fox Sports FC, a show that strips football to its core.
Very exciting.
It separates fact from fiction.
Juventus are dominating, but they get pushed.
Breaks down the major plays from all over the football world.
Bundesliga stands out.
With experts who look beyond the results.
You really drive this self-belief.
For a complete breakdown of the beautiful game. Join the club with Fox Sports FC. Mondays and Fridays, live on Fox Sports.
The storm clouds are gathering over Bukit Jalil as the players come out for the second half of the AFC Under-16 Championship Group Stage opener. Malaysia leading Tajikistan by 3-0, and Luqman Hakim was the starter. Najmuddin Akmal is the man in the shot now. That is Luqman. Scored 2, was brought down for the penalty. Malaysia not only scored the 3, but they had a goal disallowed, missed 2 other gilt-edged opportunities. They're expected to beat Tajikistan. They're the home team, but they've gone about this first match in fine style. Malaysia in the yellow and black, Tajikistan in the all-white. This is a Group A match in the AFC Under-16 Championship. The group opener also in this group, Thailand and Japan, who meet at this same venue later on tonight, 8:45 kickoff. It'll be Najmuddin Akmal to get us underway for the second half. Ahmed Yaqub Ibrahim from Jordan is the man in charge. 1 yellow card in the first 45 minutes, but it was enthusiasm more than anything dirty from both teams, as you'd expect at under-16 level. Malaysia get us underway. The first drops of rain have just started to fall at Bukit Jalil. We've had some tremendous downpours in the last week or so. It's pouring goals for Malaysia in the first half. Those 2 for Luqman and Najmuddin. Here is Najmuddin straight away. He's got Alif outside of him. Rather ran out of options. Tajikistan, I think the third goal just before half-time will be the one that hurts most. They've been outplayed, but at 2-0, you always feel you've got a chance. Through on goal, Luqman! A hat-trick! 45 seconds into the half, Luqman Hakim makes it 3 for him. ball for Malaysia. A smile from Lim Chong Kim. Despair from Mukridin Hassanov. It's well played in by Shukor again. It's sheer pace. There's not much of space between the goalkeeper and the centre-backs. But when you're up against an out-and-out sprinter, Michael Owen in his early days used to have the same kind of gait, the same kind of running style. Long-limbed. And Lukman Hakim, 3 for him. Malaysia surely going to wrap up the 3 points. Even this early in the second half. I haven't even had a chance to give you the team lineups, which I will do once there's a little break in play. Tajikistan feeling the full force of Lukman Hakim. Here's Razul. Ramatov. That's easily played. Islam Zairov, though, closed down, and Shukor, who'd set up the 4th goal. Good defensive work. Rustam. He's rather been on his own. Rustam wins the corner, though, for Tajikistan. Let me give you the Malaysia team. Sikizan in goal. Raimi, Haris, Firdaus Ramli and Zikri along the back. Alif, Firdaus Karanisam, Shukor and Umar in midfield. Lukman and Najmuddin up front. Corner is quickly taken. And the rain has started to belt it down. And the change is going to be, you feel for him. But Sharam Nazarov has been given the runaround by Lukman Hakim. And his replacement, an out-and-out defender, Shuruk Sangov. Just hope that Nazarov doesn't take that too much to heart. I'm sure Lukman is going to get the better of many better defenders than this with that blistering pace. Long ball from Sharif Bek. Working hard is Islam Zairov. Kept it alive, but there was nobody in an advanced position, and that's easily dealt with by Raimi Samsul. It was almost rugby tackle by Amadoni Kamalov. Amadoni has been one of the success stories for Tajikistan. They've not had many. Defensively, they've just been run ragged. They haven't been outplayed, just in the all-important final third. Najmuddin held off the ball. It looks like Russell has gone into a central defensive partnership alongside Israel Kolov. This is the left back, Johnny Beck. Good pace from Najmuddin. Just offered a little bit too much to Kolov. Rain just easing off, and I think the organisers will want the rain to ease off because these pitches are going to take a bit of a battering. Here's Islam Zairov, faced by Raimi, and wins the corner kick. Second corner of this second half for Tajikistan, who 3-0 down at half-time, conceded inside 45 seconds. Good firm punch away from Sikizan. And Najmuddin has got the length of Bakr Jalil to run. He's looking for support now. Oh, that's a ridiculous tackle coming in from Ramatov. These young lads, I can imagine they're losing their head. It's humiliating. You're representing your nation at a good level of football. And you're being torn apart, 4-0, plenty to go. Lessons in losing as well as winning are all important at under 16 level. Sangov in the wall with Ozodbek. Third house and Najmuddin. Najmuddin rather waste that. And coming away is Jonibek Sharipov. Umar as well. The host nation, but they've done the basics right. They've tracked back, they've kept a shape. And going forward, they've played into the strengths of Lukman, and here Umar. Hakim operating down the left-hand side, 15 years of age. All the boys 15 and 16. Zikri. Lukman, on that occasion, misses out, and coming forward is Kolov. Kolov carries on his run, and they've got a 5-on-5 here of Tajikistan. Once again, excellent play from Shamsul. Maybe Shamsul's done very well, and not even a corner for Rustam. Not the tallest Raimi, but he's done everything right, got himself in good positions, hasn't committed to challenges. And on one occasion when there might have been a situation where he could have been done for pace, he got his body between man and ball and did a good job. But that's weak from Zikri, and a poor throw coming in from Zairov. Harris is wanting to get involved. Launches long. The rain absolutely thumping down now. It will be a test for the pitchers if the rain carries on as it has over the last week or so in KL. Umar caught in possession. Good covering from Zikri. He's nice and narrow, looking after his fullbacks, wasn't sucked out wide. So when the ball was trying to play through the middle, Zikri, the left back, was there to intercept. Umar caught late. And you can see the frustrations on the Tajik boys. And that's high, it's thigh high from Amadoni Komalov. Encouraging from Malaysia. The scoreline, though, is reflective of the individual brilliance of one man up front, which is great to have. But against better sides, quicker defenders, let's see what happens. Zikri was looking for Najmuddin. That time, goalkeeper Mukridin had a high starting position, was able to close down the space, but then gives the ball to Umar. Shuka. Nice spin and turn from Zairov, but over the head of Soirov. In this AFC Under-16 group, Thailand and Japan meeting later on tonight. Group B, North Korea, who do so well. Oman, Yemen and Jordan. Iran, the defending champions at this age group. None of their players will still be involved, of course, but they're in a group with India, Vietnam and Indonesia. Both those group matches you can see on Fox tomorrow. And Group D, Afghanistan, Australia, South Korea and Iraq, the runners-up in 2016. Malaysia's goals, Lukman on 29, Najmuddin from the penalty spot on 32, Lukman on 42, and his hat-trick completed on 46. 7 shots to 1, 4 have found the back of the net. 20 is Ozodbek. Doesn't get anything. Tajik. Jonibek Sharipov. Kamalov. He's got Rustam inside. Here is Rustam. Deflected, that'll be a corner kick. Third of this second half to Tajikistan. To give them credit, having given up, and they'll be looking for at least one consolation. And if you get one, you never know. And you look at two. Building blocks. Do things right. Defensive header. Came into the centre of the area, so not the best defensive header, but Najmuddin can chase it. Having got the header away, he's the one who's darting into danger. Sorry, it's Lukman, isn't it? Incredible speed in this young kid. Mahmoud Kamalov. It's Mahmoud. Priority number one, I suppose, for Lim Tiong Kim. Clean sheet for the defence now. Mamatov. Again, Shamsul, good positioning from him. One or two injuries and tiredness will kick in around the hour mark. This is Umar. Zata feeling a little bit of cramp, and Rami Shamsul as well. Fell awkwardly, but it's cramp already. Well, this is going to be the big test for the young lads. Big occasion, lots expected of them. He was asked, and that's what the referee is saying. I asked if you wanted a treatment. You said no. We all saw him say no. Now the miscommunication between Jordanian Ahmed Yaqub and Malay and hurt Malay Rami Shamsul. Now sometimes it's miserable being a coach. For Zainidin Rakimov. His team are 4-0 down. They had such high hopes, and for half an hour they competed in this game. Long-range effort. Not a bad try on this surface. It's very greasy. Shirok Sangov came on as a second-half substitute. I haven't given you the Tajik side yet. They've got Hasanov in goal, Sharipov at left-back, Kolov and Litfulev in the middle, and Sangov at right-back. Azovdek Panchivas, Lukman is through and onside. Lukman scored 3. Goalkeeper right at the extremities of his penalty area. Makes a good save to deny Lukman. Goalkeeper using every centimetre, but again, just blistering pace. Goalkeeper's done well. Lukman never really had quite that ball under control, but he scored 3, could have had 6. The other way, Umar defends well. Rustam Soyrov. Still Rustam wins the free kick. Challenge from Firdaus Karanisam, and this is in a good area for Tajikistan. Najmuddin and Karanisam standing over the ball as the diminutive Alias comes on for at right back for Raimi. Alias Alam will, I think, just slot in at right back. So first real test for Sikizan. Let's see if he can get his wall right. 5 in the wall. Rustam stands over the ball and good goalkeeping. Solid enough, the wall was right. The effort from Islam Zairov, comfortable for Sik. He's looked confident, hasn't had a vast amount to do, but what he has done, he's done effectively. As I keep saying, tougher tests to come. Thailand and Japan routinely have good players at this under-16 level. And decent goalkeeping to stop the ball coming in from Ozodbek. Zairov, Ramatov, again an awkward one, dipping just in front of the goalkeeper, not so secure with his handling that time. So the shot's raining in. Apologies for the pun. Tajikistan are just beginning to get the better of this game. 4-0 down, admittedly. Rustam is there, that time it's brave goalkeeping. Got a smack on the ankle, did goalkeeper Sikizan. Islam Zairov, that's a shin on shin. Luckily they're both wearing shin pads. But those front two, Surov and Zairov, have both done well. Yeah, there's a shin on shin there, isn't there? Just gets away from him, good defending. Goalkeeper out very quickly. That was smart for them both. Change coming in for Malaysia. 16, Umar Hakim being replaced by Naeem. With Naeem, number 13. Again, all these lads from the Dr. Dahari Academy out in close to Kuantan, Gambang. They're the elite lads of a whole new youth development system put together in support of the Bakar Jalil Sports School in Malaysia. The intention being to try to improve the national rankings of the team. Confident game has Sik, and we had a rare smile from Lim Tiong Kim. Not renowned for his smiling. I'm anticipating a few more breakages in play as cramp kicks home on the players. Asmudin's done well. So too has Shorak Sangov. Putting that back. Zodbek. Rangy run from Zodbek, and he was trying to pick out the left-sided run of Kamalov. Tajikistan deserve at least one consolation goal. It would give them something to have a little bit of confidence about going into their matches with Thailand and Japan. A long way out of his area, so that's of PJ. Nice little compact venue. Alif. If he can look right, he's got players over. And there's number 5 and Lukman's 4th. Clever play from Alif. Delayed the pass. And Lukman, everything turning to gold. Of despair on Mukradin Hasanov. Nothing he can do about this. Alif is clever, delays the pass, and Lukman, I tell you what, that is a really good finish. It's across the goalkeeper, who's a big lad, so you've got to hit the corners, and he's done exactly that for his hat-trick goal and for this goal. That time it wasn't the blistering pace that's the impressive thing, it's the coolness of the finish. 4 for Lukman, 5 for Malaysia. The perfect start. Japan-Thailand at UM Arena, 8:45 tonight. Malaysia's next match, they take on Thailand at this same venue. The take is 6-7 metres out from the goalkeeper. Shuko out wide to Alias. Swamped, literally and metaphorically. One was looking for the give and go. Rustam. Again, he's got only one really in the penalty area, Rustam. Or penalty has been given. Not 100% sure about that, but Rustam, he's got reward for a hard-running performance. Shuko Faris, the man who's involved. Well, there's a challenge in there from Harris. $5-0, doesn't really matter. Sharifbek Ramatov from the penalty spot as another Malaysia player goes down with cramp. It's understandable, this. The expectation, has been a fair amount of talk in the local press. Malaysia have come out in blistering style. These final 20 minutes, I think, are going to be punctuated with a lot of lads going down with cramp. And Sharifbek, this, very least a consolation. It's Najmuddin who's got the discomfort, and they're being helped off by Rustam. Dripping wet. Ahmad Yaqub awards the penalty. She had one in the first half, was gilt-edged. This one a little more 50-50. Sharifbek faces Shikizan. Sharif Bek. Straight down the middle, the goalkeeper lost his footing. And so there's at least a consolation for Tajikistan. 71 minutes played. Sharif Bek caught the penalty beautifully. See the goalkeeper as he tries to readjust. Look at his left foot. No purchase on it as he tries to go the other way. Even then, I don't think he would have saved that. Good strike from Sharif Bek as the rain continues to tumble down. Early monsoon-like weather. Sharif Bek loses out to Firdaus Karanisa. Staff and all three of the venues going to have to work hard. No free kick. Zairov. Still Zairov. Oof. Well, Malaysia have either gone to sleep or their legs have given up. But certainly all of the problems are Malaysia's. This time it's Zikri who's down. Fitness and fatigue going to be tested. Tajiks look to have a stronger team, physically stronger team, as Sharif Bek helps that in. Alias gets the header. Coming away is the latest man to come on for Malaysia, Harith Naeem. While the penalty was taken, Amrul Azim is on. It's for the four-goal man. Sorry, for Najmuddin. And here is Amrul straight away. Alif. It breaks to Amrul, who's onside, and a penalty awarded. His first involvement produces a third spot kick of the game. Razul can't believe it. Now let's have a look at this. It's broken. Well, they're claiming offside. And then there's nothing more than a stumble for Razul there. That also looks incredibly harsh. A, is he offside? The referee's right there. You can see him right behind the play. Really difficult conditions for all of the players and the referee, but there's been a couple of soft penalties, shall we call them. Muhammad Ali prepares to come on for Tajikistan. He's on for Ramatov, the scorer of the goal. Muhammad Ali, Azizboyev is on, and the first thing he'll have to do is watch his team face a penalty. Najmuddin off the pitch. Still Razul is incandescent. Little Alif Mutalib. He's had a good game down the flanks. Tries to get himself on the score sheet. So Alif versus Mukridin for 6-1. Straight down the middle. Alif celebrates, goes into the corner. Knee slides, not recommended. Well, was a test for Malaysia. They've come through with flying colours. A little bit fortunate perhaps in the receiving of that penalty. Alif taking full advantage, as has Lukman and Najmuddin before him. So Lukman for Alif and Najmuddin. Sharif Bek for the opponents. 76 minutes gone, 14 to go. In increasingly atrocious conditions. Zikri. Zikri again. Not giving a block there against the centre-back, Kolov. Israel Kolov again, miscontrols. And that is fatal against the pace of Lukman. Razzle was there just to toe poke the ball clear. Latest change coming on is Ibrahim Zakirov. Kamalov, who's had a quiet second half after impressing certainly in the opening 30 minutes. Pace from Alias, cleverly done, back to his goalkeeper, making sure it didn't hold up in the water. Firdaus Ramli. Back to Firdaus. Nothing really on apart from a clever ball inside to the ever-available Shuko Faris. He's the link between defence and midfield. Harris trying to play the ball down the outside, and Harris is the latest to suffer from cramp. And with all the injuries and the times the stretchers have been on, there may well be another 5 minutes or so to add up at the end of the 90. Well, you expect this in the first match. You hope that the young lads get this adrenaline sorted and they are able to last the full 90 minutes. Malaysia qualifying as hosts for Tajikistan. They've only qualified once before, twice before. No, just once before, back in 2007. And they went out in the second round. Service, they came third in 2006. Kamalov. much of the defence that's an awkward one for the goalkeeper, and good safe hands. It's a little bit of a bump. It will be a free kick. In these conditions, that was a very competent catch from TAJIKISTAN. Of water making it very difficult to put a passing game together. So adaptability the key now for both the sides. Result is a foregone conclusion. Malaysia have won it. Just runs away from Azim. A splendid occasion for these players who've been part of the NFDP programme to strut their stuff on the Bukit Jalil Stadium. Nidoyo holds up in the water. That's very unlucky, but Rustam wins it back. Nidoyo once again to Islam Zairov. Outside, the impressive Amadoni Kamalov. 3 to aim for in the penalty area. Goes on the outside. Runs into a puddle of water. Tries to dig it out. Still 3 in the penalty area if the cross comes in, which it does. And what an effort! Good save. Rustam Zairov with some terrific skill. This is wonderful. This is under 16 level. And have a look at this. Comes over Harris and wallop. Bounces in front of goalkeeper Siku. Makes a very good save because you wouldn't have been expecting that. Rustam Zairov may be on the wrong end of a 6-1 walloping, but he's won a penalty and played really well. Still the rain tumbles down. Scorer of Malaysia's 6 from the penalty spot. Lukman and Azim, the 2 front men, doing the defensive work to stop the short corner. Johnny Beck. Good safe handling once again from Izam. You'd expect him to make that save, but he did it. Zabarov is seeing more of the ball in the latter stages. Naeem did the good work, went down the line, didn't risk coming back inside. Cheeky little throw-in taken in using the second ball. Plenty of Tajik players in the penalty area. They're looking for a second consolation here. Ball belted forward. It's in the centre of defence that they've been really found wanting. Exposed by the raw pace of Lukman Hakim. Five minutes to play, plus what will no doubt be a reasonable amount of injury time, considering the number of injuries for cramp largely. Brazil to Rustam, who bizarrely, other than Hakim, would be a contender for player of the match. 9 shots to 6. That just shows you how accurate Hakim has been. Zikri. The ball was slammed into Zikri, not deliberately. Clear free kick. And foot on the back of the head from Sangov. Only with the foul. That was brave from Alias. Then back to his goalkeeper. The conditions become very, very difficult in the last 25 minutes or so. That might break. Oh, goalkeeper is out. Oh, that is dreadful. That is a red card. Oh, Sikizan. That is dreadful. Straight into Rustam Soyrov. Well, he's been confident, he's looked after himself, but he has come out here with an assault. It's awkward, but this is just... oh, what is he thinking? Into the chest, straight red, fully deserved. And it's an unnecessary, crazy, ridiculous moment from Sikizan. Referee left with no option whatsoever. Second penalty for Tajikistan. Potential serious injury for Rustam Soyrov. Decision making, the occasion. Malaysia have used all three substitutes, so they can't get a reserve on. That means one of the outfield players is going to have to go in goal for these last 5 minutes. But I really do not understand what goes through the mind of players on certain occasions. Team is 6-1 up, yeah, you might concede a goal, but to go in like that is just ridiculous. So spare goalkeeper's jersey required. Looks like Haris Mansour is going to be the captain responsible. But not only does he get a red card here, he'll be instantly suspended for the Thailand match. And a lot of really good hard work, understanding between him and his centre-backs goes completely out the window. Zairov will prepare to take the penalty against the reluctant Haris Mansour. Long delay, so there's going to be a bag of injury time for Tajikistan to maybe make this a little bit even more close. What Lim Cheong Kim will have to say to his charge in the dressing room. Obviously so many good things, but in the last 20 minutes so many frustrating things. Islam Zairov. Islam. It's saved. Zairov puts in the rebound. 6-2. And Tajikistan are looking to get on with it. Well, a rather comical moment as we go into injury time. The save from Haris, and then he thinks he's done the job, doesn't follow up. And Islam Zairov gets a goal that he deserves. And Tajikistan will maybe now go and chase a third goal. Alias. under-16s, you can expect bizarre moments and strange moments. We said that at the very start of the game. We've had them in the latter stages. Boys play 45 minutes. I always wonder whether they should still be playing 40 at under-16 level because of the number of injuries and the extra fatigue, particularly on these bigger venues and bigger occasions. Zairov caught off by Lukman. Zairov carries on his run. Needs to be aware he can't pick it up, Harris. Centre-back is comfortable, obviously, with the ball at his feet. Alias back to Harris. Giving it away. Gave Ferdows Ramli a difficult ball. Now Lukman scored 4 already. Flag is up for offside. 90 seconds remaining in a match that will be remembered largely for Lukman Hakim's 4 goals, for his pace, for his finishing. But the real consequence for Malaysia might be the suspension of Sikizam, their goalkeeper, for a reckless, at best, moment 2 minutes from time. The game is won. The goalkeeper has got himself red carded for a dreadful, dreadful challenge. There is Lukman. Positives are from Lukman, negatives are for the last 20 minutes. Kamalov. Still Kamalov. Can he get the shot away? The answer is no. Only 2 in the penalty area. Zairov. Blocked off from the edge of the penalty area by the hard-working Shukur. Lukman. It's going to, in normal circumstances, be a corner. An inelegant block by Mukridin. Rain has abated temporarily. The player he was after, and the final whistle goes. Malaysia, on paper, have got their under-16 campaign off to an absolute flyer. Lukman Hakim with 4 goals to make it a comfortable win. Penalties also for Najmuddin, and Alif, 2 penalties for Tajikistan has to come. It's finished in this under-16 opener. Malaysia 6, Tajikistan 2.